Hello, this video is the result of a communication and sustainable development workshop that was produced by Univers and Tulsa Community College. The objective is training youth to thinking and acting toward the global goals of United Nations.
Get away from your parents.
Hey, good morning, Tulsa. This is Jenny with 93.5 The Inner World. We've got an exciting program for y'all today. So, in case you didn't know, there's a list by the United Nations which includes 17 global goals. To help us learn a little more about the global goals, we have Dr. Dugan here who's going to give us a little info about education and how important it is worldwide. Dr. Dugan, thanks for coming on today. How are you?
Thank you for having me on. I'm very glad to be here.
So I'll just sit and listen what you have to say about education, and then I'll ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
All right, so education is a very fundamental part of human life. It is the basis of all knowledge. Knowledge is very important with human life and knowing and going through life.
Perfect.
How are you?
I'm fine, but my friend, I'm really upset.
Yeah, you look worried.
I'm worried about her. Her husband has been mean to her again, and it's gotten to the point where, you know, he's physically and emotionally abusive.
Really?
Not only that, her son has dropped out of school.
How we can help him?
I don't know. Their priorities are wrong, and their son is out on the street. I don't know how we can help them.
Listen, the radio. Look like they just hear what we're talking about.
Where can someone get help if they're facing domestic violence, since that is something that's really tragic here in the country?
Right, so domestic violence is very widespread throughout the country and it has been for a very long time. Here in Tulsa, we have two programs called YWCA and Catholic Charities. These both deal with women who have gone through domestic violence and are facing abuse at home. So they have special programs where they give housing, they give treatment, they give counseling, so they give a number of things.
Okay, since you mentioned teens, there's a high rate in high school dropout rates along the country, and it's really saddening. What can be done to reduce the high school dropout rate?
For one, get the parents involved. Parents are essential to having kids in school and having kids with a better life. Whenever you remove the parents' involvement, you just set the kid up for a lot of trouble. So I think it's just like have the parents go in and say, hey, how are your grades with this? Are you struggling with this subject? How can we improve? Are you struggling with this? Are you struggling with tobacco? Are you struggling with alcohol? Are you struggling with drugs? What is it?
Okay, perfect. Are there any programs that can help adults go back to college?
There's also what I said with Catholic Charities here in Tulsa. There are two. There are GED classes and there are English as a second language classes. I volunteer with the ESL classes, and the GED classes are wonderful. Like I have been with the coordinator, and it's very helpful with adults who want to go back and get their GED.
Now, we're going to continue with number 9 on the list. Here's how to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. To talk to us about this, we're going to go out on the streets of downtown Tulsa and interview philanthropist Victor Silva. Hey Victor, how's it going? Is it still raining out there?
Innovation is whenever you introduce a new idea to things that are already established. And whenever you can bring some revolution to things that are established, bring new ideas to things that are already established, you are innovating. And it helps the community because technologies that we have been developing in the last 10 years, they are extremely effective. A lot of people with conditions and diseases and problems, they are very hard to deal with. Technology helps them with it. Innovation helps them with it. Back in the days, a lot of the conditions that we had, people suffered much more than what they suffer nowadays because we've developed new technologies, innovation. So innovation is one of the greatest things for our society.
Wow, it's always good to see things from a different perspective. Thanks for the insight, Victor. And thanks for tuning in and letting me be a part of your car ride this afternoon. Don't forget, you can get online and look at the global goals the United Nations has set out. Try to be a part of it. Don't forget, it's all about thinking globally and acting locally. You can make an impact right where you are because we are here today, but our kids are here tomorrow. That's all I have for you today, but I hope you join me for tomorrow's discussion because there's always something going on Interworld. Thanks, have a great afternoon.
Give her some that information that could help her. Let's go.